Now, some places in the US, a lot of people like to cook seafood around Christmas time. So if you're near the ocean and you live in Maine, or one of those places that are by the sea and love seafood at Christmas time, I got you, right? So we're gonna make crab cakes today, and we're gonna make them without crab, right? Isn't that interesting? So I'm using hearts of palm, and you will be amazed how closely this smells like tuna. It's insane. So we're gonna use that, and we're gonna make some festive crab cakes that you can eat for Christmas time or any time of the year, really, because they're that good. So there's a lot of places also in the South that love to do like, seafood. I can't think, is it like Louisiana, Alabama? I can't think, but there's a lot of places in the South love to do seafood at Christmas time too. So anyways, let's stop the talking and get into the video. So all we're gonna do, let me go ahead and set my phone here. I've got the ingredients listed here, so I just want to, okay. So I've got some chickpeas, and all I did was blend them up in the food processor. That's it, so that they can have a nice consistency like a crab cake. And then I have some hearts of palm. I'm going to show you the can right here. And they were already cut up, so I just blended them up in the food processor till we get like a crab type texture. Smells just like fish, guys. Okay, so those are the main ingredients that we're going to be using for this. So I'm just going to go ahead and start dumping everything in the bowl. Don't worry, the measurements will be either on the screen or written in the description box. The ingredients are always written in the description box. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my hearts of palm, and I'm making a half a batch. So I'm using one 14-ounce can of heart of palms. But if you want to make a whole batch, I'm going to write all of that down in the description box. And then I've got a half a can of, I think it was about the same size as this, a half a can of chickpeas that I blended up. Okay. All right, so we're going to need you're gonna need some mayo. I just made my own mayo by blending up using some cashews that I blended up with water, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. So I'm gonna throw that in here. Using about 2 tablespoons, and then we're going to use the juice of the chickpeas. Tablespoons. And we're going to squeeze in some lime or lemon juice, whichever you choose. I'm going to throw in some garlic powder, about a teaspoon. Okay. Squeeze of mustard. A little bit of parsley, about half a tablespoon or so. And then I'm going to put in some low sodium soy sauce, some breadcrumbs. I'm going to use about a half a cup. Camera cut off, so I'm trying to make sure you guys saw the ingredients. So I just poured in a half a cup of breadcrumbs in here, and you can season it with Old Bay seasoning. I just used a little bit of seasoning salt that I got from Whole Foods. And yeah, I think these cover all the ingredients. I'm just going to add a pinch of paprika in here. And we're good. So you can mix the wet ingredients separately from the dry, but I'm just mixing it all together because I'm low on time. So just mix it all in. Threw in some green onions in here as well. So I cannot believe, guys, that next week is Christmas. Can you believe that? That's insane, right? Now you can add some kelp or seaweed or something of that nature. I'm going to put those options down in the recipe for you, but I'm not going to do that. I don't have any nori or seafood or anything, seaweed or anything like that. I don't have any nori or seaweed or anything like that, so I'm just going to skip it up here, but you're welcome to add in whatever type of kelp or whatever you have, nori sheets to make it taste more like crab cakes, but they're still going to be delicious either way. You can add in some sea salt if you want. I'm adding in seasoning salt, so I'm not going to really add in much salt. Just a bit. You can also add in some black pepper. Optional, but okay, so I'm going to form these into cakes, and what you can do is you can cook these on the stovetop with a little bit of olive oil, or you can bake them. So I'm going to go ahead and bake them. You want a greased baking sheet. You could probably use parchment paper too. And what you're gonna do is cook them for about 25 minutes, flip them midway, and then you're gonna have some nice crab cakes. Let's hope, let's pray. Okay, so I'm just kind of making mine not too big, not too small. I kind of want them kind of chunky, like. I'm so excited about these because I've never been like huge on seafood. I love fish, you know, I've always loved fish. But I stopped eating it so much because of the mercury in it started causing me to feel, have symptoms. So I didn't mess around, you know, I don't like the mercury in it. But yeah, I had some crab cakes. So I went to my friend's house and her dad cooked like the most amazing, was it? No, it was her, I think her dad and her mom cooked. So anyways, I don't remember which one, but it was either the mom or the dad cooked the most amazing crab cakes, and they were just so delicious. And so, yeah. Alrighty. And depending on, you know, if you double this, will just depend on how many you can get. I'm seeing that I can get about 6, 7 maybe or so out of here. So just gonna throw these in here. Like I said, I want them to be medium sized. And we're gonna go ahead and throw this in the oven. Like I said, we're baking them just to make it a little bit healthier. And I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of parsley on the top, just to make it kind of pretty. And in the oven they go. So I'm gonna clean up and I'll be back in a little bit. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow. You know what? I wish there would be snow. It kind of warmed up in the past few days, but it's still cold, but it warmed up a little bit. But snow would be perfect, right? Snow just. Anyways, let me clean up with you. So the crab cakes have a few minutes left. I flipped them midway so they're looking nice and browned. I have to admit, I already tasted one. I cooked one on the stovetop and it is so good. Okay, but anyways. So yeah, what are you doing for Christmas this year? Me and my family, my immediate family, we decided to do Secret Santa. And so instead of buying, you know, gifts for like 12, 13, 14, just cuts down on all the stress and all of that. And it's, since we're adults, you know, makes it kind of fun. So I have on my list an air fryer, which I really don't care what I get, to be honest with you, because I've already had 2 gifts this year. One was going to Israel, which the video should be up very soon. And the second one is my baby niece. She is like the sweetest thing ever. And she's like a week and something old. And she is like, I'm just holding her and just, that's my gift. That's my Christmas gift, right? Okay guys, we are back and the crab cakes are done. As you can see, I've already tasted one. So good. Whether you bake it or pan fry it, it's so good. We bake these in the oven just to make them, you know, to give you guys a healthy option. You can use parchment paper or put a little oil in the pan. But anyways guys, we are back and the crab cakes are done. Are they not beautiful? And tasting one, I was beyond impressed. Now, I never made crab cakes before, but I have tasted them. Like I said, a friend made them for me, a friend's parent, when I was younger, and they were so good. So, let's start with the taste test. Again on camera. Shut the front door. Oh my goodness, guys. I cannot believe how good this is. Like seriously, like now I understand why people eat seafood for Christmas. It is so good. Like shut the front door, like, oh my goodness. Goodness, that's good. Guys, if you have not made crabless cakes, you're missing out. You are just like, you're missing out on life. You need to live life to the fullest. You need to make these crab cakes, crabless cakes. Whether you make them for Christmas, time or just any time of the year. They're so good. And I didn't put any nori sheets or anything like that, and they still taste good. So you don't have to have like the seafood seaweed or whatever. If you don't have it, they're still going to turn out tasty and delicious. I hope you guys make this recipe. Check out my other videos. Subscribe if you like to see more delicious dishes like this, because we love cooking things alternative. So, you know, taking classic recipes and turning them a little healthier and making them without the traditional ingredients, but with the traditional flavor, hopefully, of course. So I will see you guys again soon. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I'm so impressed. I'm just beyond impressed. Wow. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There you go. You get free recipes and a little bit of free, you know, solos there. Just a little bit of free music.